Hi, kids. Okay, Stanley Kubrick's final film is Eyes Wide Shut. It is based on an Arthur Schnitzler 1926 novella. It is something that Kubrick may have been eyeing to adapt as early as 1960. Definitely on his radar since then. Finally got around to making it. Around 1994, he contacts Frederick Raphael, who I was disappointed to learn is not a Ninja Turtle. He's an Academy Award winning screenwriter, so I guess that's who you want to talk to when you're making a film, not a Ninja Turtle. Anyways, the two of them go about adapting the work. So I believe the novella takes place in around 1926 in Vienna. There's a lot of changes that need to be made to it to adapt it to a modern day New York setting. Kubrick, interestingly, like he often does, takes out a lot of elements of Judaism and references to them. Not sure what that is. Anyways, because I believe Kubrick's family is Jewish, are they not? Anyways, so they start working on it in 1994 in Kubrick's usual fashion, passing the script back and forth, just discussing it often over the phone, each person writing drafts, and usually the script only works as functions as a blueprint, right? Once we get on set, the dialogue, anyways, doesn't really matter for Kubrick. That's not the main detail he's focusing on. So the studio wanted a Hollywood star. Yeah, you haven't worked with a star since Jack Nicholson. That was 1980. Kubrick never really works with big Hollywood stars, anyways. But Kubrick wanted a real life couple to portray the on screen couple. There was talks of having Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger fill the roles. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise visited his house, and he said, "That's it, it's yours." Because sometimes it's that easy with Stanley Kubrick. And then, interestingly, we have Sidney Pollack, who replaced Harvey Keitel in filming in a role, a director of his own right. And future film director Todd Field also has quite a prominent role in this film because he was sort of thought to be an upcoming next hot thing in the early 90s, I think. So filming began November 1996 and continued until January of 1998. And then there was reshoots in April of 1998, mostly in Pinewood Studios. Kubrick does not go anywhere. Um, there was, yeah. Anyways, this shoot is regarded as the longest film shoot in history. Stanley Kubrick, the longest film shoot in history? Are you for real? Of course. Of course. He's got to go out and make a record, right? Cut a record before he leaves. Um, so um, Kubrick worked on editing it. He showed a cut to Cruise and Kidman, partly just because he had to get them to sign off on the nudity waiver on the nudity that was in the film that they were comfortable with. You can see Tom Cruise's nipples in this film. That was March 1st, 1999. Kubrick passed away March 7th, 1999. And that was kind of taken as the final cut. As he's done cutting it, which Kubrick cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts up until the last second. You watch the film. I don't know if it's knowing that fact watching it, but I do feel like it's just a little bit off, just a little. Doesn't line up with the other Kubricks, but maybe that's because I know that fact when I watch it. What do you think? So it was released in cinemas July 16th, 1999. Had a $65 million budget, which is on par for the years of Kubrick's budgets. Even though it filmed for so long, kept those costs pretty low. Made about $162 million at the box office, so a success. Um, and yeah, of course, mixed reactions when it came out. People said, what is this? And then they say, oh, another Kubrick masterpiece. So that's the way it goes. That's it for Kubrick, for the filmography, and for his life, unfortunately. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe,